Hi everyone, I am Brittany, the Cosmic Lunar Soul. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome back to all of my subscribers. I have the first unboxing of the year. This is the Metanoia Marseille Tarot by BouchetteDesigns. If that name sounds familiar, that's because they are the creators of the, hopefully I say this right, the MEH-TA-NOY-AH, which you've seen the unboxing on this channel before. So I actually won this in a giveaway, but this is associated with a Kickstarter. I'll link the Kickstarter down below, and I'll link all of the links to Bouchette in the description below. So go ahead and check them out. But let's go ahead and pull some stuff out. So I have this packet here. I know there are a few things from the Kickstarter, and then I have this. Let's get this all unwrapped. Okay, so these are the three things that came in the box. I think I'm gonna just go in order here. So I'm gonna start with the stuff in the packet, and then we will open up these two decks. So this is gonna be like a triple unboxing kind of thing and a double flip through. So just make sure you check the timestamps, and you can skip around or skip back if you want to rewatch stuff. And let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, so this looks like it is a few pins, or maybe one pin and a sticker. Um, this is the thank you for supporting me card from BouchetteDesigns. And this is actually an enamel pin. This is, ooh, so pretty. It is a moth. Um, if you go to their website, you'll see this design throughout. This is actually the artwork on the back of the card, so you'll see that in the coming flip through. It is a glossy sticker. I'm gonna add that to my water bottle. And then here we have another yes no coin. Let's pull this guy out. So it's not the heaviest coin that I've gotten, but it's so pretty. Like, it's not like the traditional yes no coins that you see floating around. And then here's the yes side. It's really lovely. So here is the traditional yes no coin. This one's in like a pewter finish. And then let me show you the yes sides. So you probably remember this one, and then you can also see the size difference. And then we have the no side. So there's the no side. But this is very heavy. This is really lightweight. Not in a bad way. It's like as it should weigh. And then it came in this cute little coin pouch. I have a few yes no coins that I actually do use, so I'll probably just, I guess, keep them in rotation. Uh, so really like that. And let's see, I think this is a business card. Ooh, okay, so this is where you can go to download the Kickstarter rewards. So this is the working guidebook for the tarot that the Kickstarter was for. And then here we have an altar cloth. Let me make some room. Okay, we have this nice altar cloth or tower cloth, whatever you want to really use it for. And it looks like it kind of follows the pattern of this sticker, which are, again, the backs of the cards. Not 100%, but it looks very, very similar. This is actually gray with what looks like maroon or burgundy. No, I call that maroon. This is actually really nice. It folds up nice and tight, so it'd be a really good travel one. And feeling it, it doesn't feel the best. It feels like a bandana, but it actually, I think, would be good for travel because it will unfold very easily and folds up nice and tight. And also, so while it folds up nice and tight, if it gets dirty, you can wash it really easily because of the fabric that it is. So I actually do quite like that because sometimes I will wrap decks in the altar cloth, or I'll try to, like, depending on the boxes I have with me and stuff, I'll rubber band it around the box. So if it happens to get dirty or something like that, I can just toss it in the wash and it's good to go. Okay, next we have this little guy. Let's get it open. So this is the pocket edition of the large deck. So actually, I think I'm going to do a simultaneous like unboxing and flip through, so it's more of a comparison size. So I'll be right back. Let me open that one and we'll do the comparison. Okay, here we go. So this is the mini. This is the regular size. They both actually have this gloss finish. You can see that in the design here. And of course, this design is actually the same as this. So all of that is consistent throughout. Where it differs is this is a 2-part box and this is a tuck box. So by tuck box, I don't do very many tuck box unboxings on this channel. It just is the classic like playing card style tabbed cardboard box. These tend to rip a lot. I tend to rip them a lot. Let's put it that way. I'm sure there are other people that have this issue, but um, some other differences. We have the name on the side. You can kind of see that a little bit here. Let me go ahead and zoom in actually. So we have the name here and the artwork goes farther down. The back is actually more or less the same. The artwork's just a little different, but you know, in terms of the information that you're getting, it's all the same. We have the name over here. On this, we have the name down here, also in that spot gloss, and then on the top as well. So that's just how the boxes differ. Let's go ahead, pull the cards out, and then also look at the inside of the boxes. So for this, the pattern just stops on the outside. The inside's quite plain, but it is a nice sturdy box. And then this one of the things that I like, and I wish I had my other only tuck box I have on here. In playing cards, there's an extra fold here. And you can kind of see that. So the top of the box is actually right here, and then there's a little fold back. That helps to keep from tearing the box. So I'm going to see how well that actually holds up in the long run. But again, the inside is plain, nothing fancy. And I do want to say that their boxes are consistently really nice with that spot gloss. Here is the Meraki Tarot, and it also has that spot gloss. So this one just came loose, the pocket edition. And then this one came wrapped in cellophane. So let me go ahead and get that open. Okay, I went ahead and switched sides. I don't know why, but it feels like the larger box or larger deck should be on the left-hand side. So it comes with the same information here, and then starts off the same way. But I will say the cards feel exactly the same. The only difference is when a card is the same cardstock and it's either bigger or smaller, it will feel thicker or thinner, but it's actually the same. So because it's the same cardstock, the larger ones feel thinner and the smaller ones feel thicker, but they're not. So just a fun fact. So I'm going to go ahead, be quiet, do the flip through, and then we'll talk about the cards. So we are back. Uh, these are just the information cards about each deck, so you can always put them off to the side. And then in the back, you might have noticed there are what looks like flashcards. Bouchette does not do guidebooks, so you noticed. I skipped right by the guidebooks. I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice I did it because I'm so used to working with the other deck. So instead, they have these, I like to call them like little flashcards. So the flashcards are broken up into the different suits. So we have wands, swords, coins, and cups. And then it's broken up into the majors over here. And then let's see here. We have numerology, and then we have the aces and the suit associations. So one of the things that's missing in this, or okay, let me, no, I'll talk about what's missing. So at the end of this, we have some like oracle cards, which is not unheard of for BouchetteDesigns. They had 2 oracles in the Meraki Tarot as well. It's the It Takes Time card and the Time Is Now card. They are also represented in the pocket edition, but there's no meaning given in here. So that's fine. It's just that they were in the Meraki Tarot, so I expected it here as well. They were actually its own card. Were they? Yeah, it was its own card. So I mean, I feel like the cards are obvious, so it's fine. But it would have been nice to have them in there. So one of the things that's different, and the first obvious thing here, is that the titles of the cards are in French, but they are actually in English on the flashcards. I'll call them flashcards. So that's good because I don't read French, so therefore I kind of need that. Uh, one of the other things is, let me kind of skip through to the minors. So if you're not familiar with Marseille version of tarot, the Marseille deck is very pippish. So you can see here, I'm going to zoom back in. So you can see here the decks are very pippish, and what I mean by that is the design doesn't really, the meanings are not portrayed through the designs. So 5 coins is literally 5 coins. The difference here, the quartz are illustrated, but one of the curious things, right? So we're getting into the cups here. The cups are like the coins, same thing, kind of 7 coins, or 7 cups rather, and we have 7 cups portrayed here. But then you get further, you get into the swords, and this is very much a Marseille thing. Ace of Swords is obvious, but then we kind of lose the swords. There are actually no swords, and these shapes, if you ever look up a Marseille deck, this is actually a pretty common motif with these lines and intersects of the lines. But because I'm actually pretty unfamiliar with Marseille, I don't know that intuitively yet. So here is the 2 of Swords. No swords are in this image. We have some swords here, but the sword is not really what is portrayed as the 3rd sword, I don't believe, because here we don't have swords again, right? So I think what changes are these little lines here. So like, but then there's not here. So I truly have to study Marseille a little more, because there's a difference here, right? The lines are the same, but they're colored differently. But is this the 5th sword? It can't be, right? Because in the 3 of Swords, there's not a 3rd sword, or in 4 of Swords, rather. Um, also very weird is the 4s are not 1V. That really threw me off during the flip through. I thought I was pulling double cards by mistake. So that's also something I have to keep in mind. Something I really like, though, is how these cards are horizontal. So all of the minors are horizontal. I believe, except for the first card. So the first card in the suit is vertical, and then everything else is horizontal. Even though the cups actually give me more of a vertical vibe, but the card title is horizontal. So that's kind of weird, switching between the two like that. But I've never had horizontal cards, so I do find that a little interesting and fun to play around with. So, like, this is 7, right? So we have 6 of these lines, and then the 7th sword, I think. Maybe I'm figuring this out. Okay, I am figuring this out. So we have these 2 lines, and then for the third one, we have the sword. And then we have these 4 lines, no sword. And then we have the same 4 lines and the sword. Okay, I'm starting to see it now. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, makes sense. So the cardstock, if you saw my video about the Meraki Tarot, the cardstock is actually the same. The cardstock is that rose petal finish on both sides. So you can see it's super matte. But what was interesting, and I kind of expected it to, but it didn't, was that I expected it to stick when I was doing the flip through. And I actually was broken up quite well, especially because this was wrapped in cellophane. This one wasn't, but usually when decks are wrapped in cellophane and they have this like kind of really sticky kind of finish, they tend to stick together during my flip throughs, but they didn't. I mean, it's not going to be the most slidey deck in the world, but I think it'll take to shuffling really well. So let's see how it shuffles. I'm going to zoom you guys back out so I don't make you sick while I'm shuffling. How did I mix this up? Is it just the one card? It's just the one card. Okay. So it overhands fairly well, actually. And the Hermit. Even though it is, it has that rose petal finish, it didn't chunk up. Ooh, this is nice. It shuffles really well. The cards, I think, are actually a tad thinner than the Meraki Tarot. Let me see. Yes, they are. Okay, that explains it. So this cardstock is a little thinner, which makes shuffling it much easier. And the deck feels lighter. So I actually prefer that. I like when decks are, I like when the cards are a little on the thinner side rather than the thicker side, because, whoop, because it will hold a bend less. It's less likely to hold a bend. Let's see about these little guys. So they overhand just as well. Let's see how it does. Sometimes these pocket decks don't want to riffle, but oh, that's actually really nice. I couldn't get a bridge. Let's see if I can bridge it. There we go. Nice. Actually, that was beautiful. I love the edging. It is on both decks. It is this lovely light blue edging that matches, just kind of matches the vibe of this deck really well. So yeah, I really like that. Okay, guys, this was the flip through the Metanoia Marseille Tarot by BouchetteDesigns. Again, this was a giveaway, so while I didn't buy it, I also wasn't like sent it for review. I will be honest, I actually don't generally read Marseille. It's not my favorite system of tarot, but also not my least favorite. So I do want to incorporate this. I just don't know how I want to yet. For my lovelies that read Marseille, if you have some favorite resources for me, go ahead, put them in the comments so I can check them out. And that way I can start playing around with this and learning some Marseille. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.